And welcome back to part 5 of What If Master Roshi Adopted Goku? So last time we had Raditz, being thoroughly beaten by the Dragon Ball gang. And it wasn't even Goku or Roshi who had to beat him up. It was Krillin who ended up kicking his ass. As Krillin's power is around 2000, so he was actually stronger than Raditz was. But we left off basically with the Saiyans coming here, Vegeta now becoming Earth, not because of the Dragon Balls, but because they were listening the whole time, obviously. And, Raditz had already basically told them, oh, Kakarot's here and all this. So Raditz basically sounded the siren. But he didn't realize just how strong Goku and Roshi, how strong these Earthlings actually were. He is dumbfounded by this. So it's like, and now they're basically saying, well, what do we do with Raditz? I mean, I suppose we could let him live, but is that, well, we could seal him away. Although Goku basically said, we'll keep an eye on him for now, but right now we got to get training. Raditz, do you know how long it's going to take for the two of them to get here? And, Raditz at this point has been completely dumbfounded by just the amount of power his brother and these Earthlings actually have. And he just is like, given the actual coordinates I had on my scouter, and I'm making this up, admittedly, I don't think he knows exactly how long he had. I'd estimate maybe 6 months, six of your Earth months to a year, given the cycle on this planet. In their last known coordinates, all of a sudden they get a message coming. That does sound about right, Goku. Oh, hi, Kami. Who are you talking to? Oh, just God. What? Don't worry about it. What's up? Yes, it's. I've been talking about it with. Oh, I've been talking it over with someone. It does seem that will be your timetable for training. Really? Who you been talking to? That's not important right now. Right now, I suggest you get every available fighter to look out, and we can begin the training. And so it's like, all right, fine. And everyone who's available goes. It's like, Goku, you're leaving? It's like, oh, yeah, sorry, Bulma. I mean, it's been nice seeing you again, though. It's like, it's been nice to see you, too. Just be careful, okay? You big lug, I don't want anything to happen to you. And she kind of just gives him a playful nudge. Don't worry, Bulma. I'll be all right. You better. And I'm just like, what's happening right now? What? No, nothing. We're just chatting. Yeah. Me and Bulma are just talking. What? Because Goku's not aware. Well, he definitely finds Bulma attractive. So they go to the lookout. They bring Raditz in tow. And Kami just basically explains, what they might be able to do. Now, I don't think he suggests going to King Kai. He talked about it with King Kai. And King Kai did say they should keep training. But no, these two Saiyans are not a big enough threat toward any necessary training on my planet, Kami. And to be honest, he's right. Vegeta and Nappa, even if they both go with Zaru from the get, aren't a big enough threat. Well, they would be a big enough threat if there was no training. But with training, they're not going to be a big enough threat toward, needing to train with King Kai or anything like that. Well, Goku, Roshi, I don't know what training. I don't know if there's much I can offer you besides the pendulum room and the room spent a time ago. You both have one more use of it. Use? What? Oh, you mean that hyperbolic time chamber? I was like, yes. And Tian's like, what is the hyperbolic time chamber? They explain what it is. And, Krillin's like, whoa, that sounds awesome. Maybe we should try it. I must warn you, it's not for the faint of heart. And if you go in there, it's advised you go in there it's set for 2 people. It's advised you go in there as pair to keep both your sanities in check. And so, well, maybe. And Roshi's, thinks, well, it might be more beneficial to wait until after we do the trade. And that, because of 1 day in there is 1 day out here is a year in there. So if we wait for the near trade and then for the whole year, and then go into the chamber, you'll probably get the most benefit. To which Krillin just thinks about it, like, no, I'll be honest. I know I will never stop trying to improve myself as a martial artist. But honestly, let's not mince words. It's you and Goku are the strongest we have, and you guys are going to keep it improving no matter what. What? So I'm going to go in. I'm going to go in now, get a year in right from the get, and then come out and be a much better and more suitable training partner for both of you. It's like, Oh, and then Roshi said, that is another way to think about it. And it's not a bad idea either. What do you think, Goku? Are you sure about this, buddy? He'd say, absolutely. Now, who's going to be my partner? Tien? Say, come on, Tien. He'd say, no, and Tien's just like, I appreciate it, but me and Chaozu go in. We've been training together for a long time. It might do you better. Are you sure? It might do you better to get some fresh blood in there. I'm sure. Thank you, though. All right, then. Me and Yamcha, I guess it's you and me, buddy. So, which ends up, well, don't, wait, who's going in first then? Because me and Chaozu definitely want a shot at this. It's like, well, I mean, what are we supposed to do? It's like, there's only one way to sell this. You're thinking what I'm thinking? Oh, yeah. It's like, what are they about to do? An ancient ritual to decide the fate of anyone who dares question or get in the way of others. And rock, paper, scissors. And rock, paper, scissors. Eventually, Krillin and Yamcha went. It's like, all right. It's like, fine. We'll do it. We'll just be trading out here for a little while. And so they'll go in first. They'll come out. I'm just going to speed through the training stuff. They come out, and so Yamcha's power is pretty much the same. He's maybe a little stronger, but nothing of any consequence. Maybe like 180 versus his 170 to make it a bit of a more round number. And Krillin, as we established, is around 2,000. Plus the 10 times gravity over a year. Now, Krillin being that much stronger, though, is going to grow at a slower rate than Yamcha is. Yamcha has a bigger wall to climb because of Krillin, so we'll have more of growth experience. Overall, I could see Yamcha getting a times 20 boost over a year's worth of training. Easy. So around maybe 3,600. Krillin, though, would benefit because the quicker Yamcha is growing, the quicker he closes the gap, which means the harder he gets to train. I could actually see Krillin being around the base Goku had when he came back from King Kai. So around 5,000. They come out of chamber and they can all sense the power level. And Raditz can't sense power levels very well yet, but I do think it's something he'll gain. But even he can tell like there was a massive increase. Raditz, by the way, is also at 2,000 thanks to the Zenkai he got from the ass whooping he took. So then Tien and Chaozu go in. Tien I had about 300 in this. And Chaozu, we never actually knew his base. We know after his training's around 694, which is pitiful, but his power lies in psychic abilities, not really martial arts. But a year's worth of time in there, I fully see Tien, because he has to train harder. Remember, they also have to acclimate to the gravity, too. Because he has to train harder because he has only Chaozu there. His power's only around a 3,000, but it's still a 3,000. I still think it's like he gets like at least a 10 times. Honestly, maybe even like a 3,500 kind of. Honestly, I'll just say 4,000. Now I'm saying it out loud. I think it's very reasonable he could go full 4,000. Meaning he comes out stronger in the Yamcha, which makes sense. But it takes him longer. He doesn't get like the full 20 or anything because he has to train with Chaozu. Chaozu, though, I think gets a good benefit out of that and is probably around a full 1,000 at this point. When they come out, Raditz has actually sparred and fought with Krillin, and even Yamcha is now just floored by how strong they got. It's like, yeah, you guys really did get stronger in there. You guys sure you're not going to go in one more time? And they think about it. It's like, no, me and Goku talked about it. We'll save our last time for when it really matters. Besides, from the way Raditz here acted, it sounds like we're close to these guys' power level already. So probably around a year's worth of training is going to be pretty good for us even out here. And Raditz, pretty close in Raditz's ass, is like, mate, as they're training, is like, I asked permission to train with you. I'm just think that you can even non-Saiyans can get this much power is astronomical. I wish to train with you, please. And they look and say, sure, bro, no problem. It's like, really? Just like that? It's like, yeah, just like that. It'll be fun to train. Can't wait to see what my bro actually can do once he's got a bit trained up. And so this is Raditz slowly becoming a member of the team now. So quickly after the full year has happened, where the power levels, has anyone learned anything? Krillin, I think, goes from Goku's base to Goku's full power around the 8,000 marker after a year. He doesn't get a full _2 multiplier. Now you might be saying, well, they all went like 6 or 8 times their power in the original series. Yeah, that's because the original, plus they also have the pendulum as well. So I did have to take that into account. So maybe Krillin does go to a full 10. A full 10, yeah, I'd say full 10 is actually reasonable. Tien is able to go up to Goku's base, like his full power base. Against Vegeta. He's 8,000. I actually see Chaozu even doubling his power from there, even going to about a 2,000. Yamcha, I think, would be around closer to, would be a little bit closer to like Goku's base, around 6,000. I think Raditz would actually be able to get some really solid training out of this, possibly even going up to 7,000. Where so Tien and Krillin still very much outmatch him. So if for some reason he went rogue and Goku and Roshi weren't around, they could take care of it. But now it's a real question. What about Roshi and Goku? What have they been doing? Well, honestly, I think a lot of the training has been actually focusing more on perfecting their own power and forms. Obviously, they would still get increases. Goku's 15. I think he doesn't get like a double. I think it's more closer to like around 2,000, roughly, maybe even like 285,000. Add the pendulum room in, I'll go 25,000. Roshi, I think, is at a full 20,000. I think he does get a double, but it's because of what Roshi and Goku have been doing. Goku's trying to, control his Akari form more effectively, and through that, he's been focusing his power in different ways. And he did find that his power seemed to go beyond even the Akari power when he focused more on his back. Now, I don't like the fact they did that. I like Super. I defend Super. But there are things in Super I don't defend. And turning Super Saiyan into a tingly back sensation is one of those things. But that is canon. So, yeah, he felt the sensation on his back, but he couldn't figure out what it was. And he never got the Super Saiyan. But, it's there. Still, 25,000. Roshi, on the other hand, has been practicing staying in this full power form as long as he can. At this point now, he's pretty much got it down that he can stay into it for long enough time that it's no longer relevant for me talking about how long he'd be in that form. His full power at this point is probably, at 20,000, around 60,000. I think around like a 3 times multiplier is a pretty good number to have his full power at. So, and what about Raditz's, interactions with the group? Well, they would definitely be, chilling out occasionally with Bulma or someone down on the World Turtle, Capscore, all that. Raditz apologizes to Bulma after actually getting to know them, and now that Raditz actually found comrades who actually respect him, and he's not the weakest member of the group anymore. Chaozu's weaker than him, Yamcha's weaker than him. Like, he's not the weakest member of the group anymore, but he's still got rivals and stronger friends, but they don't treat him like dirt. They actually treat him like a colleague and a friend and a rival and someone that actually they want to like spar against and like try to improve himself against. And the first time pretty much in his life, he's actually kind of happy. He's got friends. Like they're still wary of him, and he's understanding of that. Like after what he tried to pull, he wouldn't expect anything left. But the fact of the matter is, they can share a laugh with him. They can all just kind of like chill out and relax and tell war stories. And yet, at the same time, they can spar each other and just like have fun with it. This is the first time in his life he's actually kind of really felt free. But all's well that ends well. They sense the powers coming as he finally learned to sense energy. As Raditz and Nappa show up, and they go and meet them. It's like, Kakarot, so there you are, and Raditz. To think that they let you live. You've gone soft, Kakarot. Yeah, that's right, Vegeta. I mean, look at him. Rad's even staring at him with that smug look on his face. Oh, it makes me just want to kill him. It's like, you do well to remember your place, you big oaf. I'm sorry, what did you say to me? Oh, looks like someone's got his big boy pants on. And it's like, look, I don't know why you're here, but we don't have to fight. We can work this out peacefully. You're wasting your breath, Kakarot. I might have been more willing to change than they were. I might have been more willing to accept where I was, but their pride, particularly Vegeta's, will not allow that. He was after all the prince of all Saiyans. And Vegeta actually gets a little admit, like, Raditz, you should know better than that. I'm still the prince of all Saiyans, including you two. And Roshi's like, well, that's all well and good, but we're going to have to ask you to leave this planet. Oh, and if we refuse? And then, Goku just steps up. We'll make you leave. And it's like, there's no point in measuring their power levels with Nappa. They can hide them. But that it's quite amusing, Kakarot, that you think you could actually take me on a low-class level of trust like you. Like you. It's like, really, it's like, don't get me wrong, Kakarot. I'm not a fool. You really think I didn't pick up your power level when you scanned it? 15,000 is impressive, I'll give you that, but it's still not compared to me. And I came out here with full power as it is, as did Nappa. Now I think that gets overlooked. While his official power is only documented at 4,000, I do see bits and pieces that indicate this full power is actually around 7,500, because we do see the fact he powers up after Goku initially kicks his ass, and Goku's power's about 8,000 at that point, and they were almost even, but Goku was holding edge, and he needed the Kaioken to be able to, outpace Nappa at that point. So, let's hypothetically say that is the case. Nappa is 7,500. Me and Nappa came here full power, and you have no chance against us. You really think we weren't trying? Well, that's all well and good, but my full power isn't 15,000 anymore. What? Actually, I don't even know what it is. That scouter thing you guys had broke when he scanned it. We had tried to get Bulma to fix it, but there wasn't enough pieces left, unfortunately. It's like, Nappa, you can have any one of the other ones, but Kakarot's mine. Are you sure about that, boy? And they say, that's okay, Dad, I got this. Oh, Father. I remember you. Your father was Bardock. He was a scientist. Who does this man think he is, adopting a Saiyan? That'd be Muten Roshi. How you doing? I can tell, and he can tell. Looking, he's like, you may not be as strong as I am, but I can tell you definitely had experience, old man. Well, not old man, but he's like, you may have experience. Plus, besides, he's younger than you are. Oh yeah, he kind of got his youth back a while ago. His youth back? What the hell are you talking about, Kakarot? It's like, no, Goku. You don't need to tell him about that. It's like, oh, right. Sorry about that. But anyway, let's do this. And they go off and do their own things. Nappa's just looking at it. All right. Who wants a piece of me? And, Nappa's ready. Unfortunately, it's like, all right. I guess the question is, who gets him? Should we settle this the way we always say it? Of course. Rock, paper, scissors. And everyone's in there. Roshi's like, dang it, fine. So Chaozu's like, oh, all right, fine, I'll stay out too. Even though Chaozu's the only one who could legitimately get his shit kicked in by Nappa at this point. Yamcha's, and once it's actually guys like, all right, I guess I get to go. Fine. Who gets him after if Yamcha can't take him? Because they know, because they can sense Nappa's power. So actually, Yamcha probably would stay out of it because he knows what his power level is. Raditz, though, is close enough to it. There's Raditz win. So Raditz would actually win in this case. It's like, fine. It's like, oh, you want to go, Raditz. Is that it? Yes, that's unless you're scared, Nappa. Oh, you've gotten cheeky, you little son of a... And they go clashing. Now, obviously, Raditz is still weaker than Nappa, but because he's been training with them for so long, his actual form and style has improved greatly, so he's able to compensate for the minor difference in power they have, only 500, with better skill and technique. Keep in mind, Piccolo was only 500 less, and he was getting his teeth kicked in. So, well, man, okay, he wasn't getting his teeth kicked in, but he wasn't doing the best. I don't understand that logic. I really don't. But again, it's a much greater level of power, so ultimately, yeah. It'd be like, say, hey, there's 500 difference between 995,000 and 999,500 versus 100,000. That difference, 500 is nothing in that difference. The smaller you get, the more a difference like that makes. 500 versus 1,000 power level is a much bigger difference. Either way, they're just going toe to toe, head to head, and they're all watching, and there's impressive. He's really holding his own there despite the difference in their power. How's Goku doing? And then Vegeta just comes in later, just smacks right in the apple. Boom. Kakarot, but that was unfair. Sorry about that. Is he okay? It's how can you be this strong? I do a lot of training. No, but how can you be that strong in his heart against Ranzobile? He was never this strong, Vegeta. I don't know what happened. Oh, blast it all. You blasted inferior. Uh, uh, and maybe that's it. Everyone says, like, I wouldn't do, what's that? It's like, it's an officer move. It's going to turn into a great ape. It's like, oh, you're going to turn into a monkey? It's like, yeah, I can do that. I used to be able to do that. Yeah, I found a better way to do that. What? You lie! It's like, well, really? Then go ahead. Do it. I dare you. And, he just like, and both him and Nappa both transform. So what were you saying, Kakarot? Yeah, Kakarot, you think you can really? And all of a sudden, boom! Just, like, Ape Nappa just goes flying. Goku just grabs his tail, whips it off in flight with the velocity, and goes back into Nappa. It's like, it's like, what? And then he just sees Goku there in Akari, which would now be 250,000. Which now is just like between the 180,000 and 250, yeah. And the smaller, more compact, more mobile, faster version size. Vegeta's like, yeah, help! And they just, nope! And because Raz would have told him the fact that we transform because of our tails. If you were to remove our tail, we couldn't do that anymore. And just, what? And then Goku's like, I told you, I found a better way to do that. And then he's just standing over them. And he brings back, and Raj just brings back Nappa. Just, now this is your last warning. Get up. Get out of here. And this isn't over, Kakarot. Know that. Fine. What you do with your life is your own business. But if you come here again, all bets are off. Besides, I can sense potential in you, Vegeta. I'd like to fight you again when you train up a little bit. When I train up a little bit. Yeah, we're leaving Nappa. Right. And even Nappa's just like, I got no quips at this point. Like, that son of a bitch. Sorry, I thought I saw something. Bitch, I'll kill him. And, they fly and say, well, that's fun. This is not good, Kakarot. You shouldn't have let them go. It's like, why? And he briefly explained about their benefactor Frieza, but he explains about Frieza and, what they're probably going to bring him to Earth for revenge. He's probably going to come here, hearing there was someone that strong. And King Kai has been paying attention. Is like, oh dear, this is not good. And basically attacks Kami saying, "It's time, I think, Kami. Yeah, bring Goku. Yeah, bring them here when the time is ready." It's like, understood, King Kai. And he kind of just struggled a little bit. It's like, Kami, are you okay? It's like, I'm fine, Mr. Popo. It's just ages. Perhaps I'm getting a little too old for this job. And so that is the end of part 5, where Rad's now kind of a part of the group, and yeah, Vegeta and Nappa got their teeth kicked in. But now they're bringing in the freaky alien genotype that is Lord Frieza. How will that play out, I wonder, monkeys? Find out next time on the Dragon Ball Z What If. So anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, want to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. I'll do a review of it at some point. Hit that bell if you want to be notified. I'll see you folks later.